This is God Off Topic.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Neisha. We talk about everything from Disney movies
To blowjobs.
And everything in between. Hopefully we don't offend.
We probably will.
This is
God Off Topic.
We're back.
We're back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. You may not have heard a lot. All these cans are in koozies. I feel like we need to use bottles for the cheers.
Well, let's take it out
Just
of
have
the
a
real
bottle.
quick, right?
Because let's do it again. Okay, everything's out of a
Let's
koozie.
de-koozie.
You're going to hear a lot of aluminum right now. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. A lot of recycling about to happen.
Yeah, that sounded so much
We
better.
care about
Slight
the-
clink. But
We care about recycling.
We promise we'll up our game on that. Maybe we have pints or long necks
we're
or
going to at
something.
least have one.
I think we
piece
should
of
just
paper.
have a glass for that cheers. It could be empty. Hell, listeners
Fake it.
don't
We'll
know.
fake it.
Yeah.
They know we're drinking, but they don't need to know that our clank is empty.
Fake. It's like a... Yeah. Fake clink.
Fake clank.
Fake
A
clink.
fake clink.
Everything's fake nowadays. We're not fake, though. I'll tell you that. We are not fake.
No.
Now, we're going to introduce a segment. Some of that may be fake, but we're going to introduce a new segment on the show today. Jason's going to explain it here, but it's a new segment. We're all excited about it. We hope you're excited about it, and you can comment below about it, because actually, I don't even know what this is about. He's going to explain it. So
Mike missed show prep.
I'm kind of excited because it's something new for me.
Okay,
I
so
think we're going to have fun with it.
here's our new segment. So me and Neisha came up with a segment called Oddball News Stories from Around the World, where we're going to come across the title of a news story. We're not going to read the news story. Could end up being a boring one, like Geraldo finding Al Capone's vault. Neisha doesn't remember that. It's before she was born.
Oh, God.
But we'll find a news story headline we think is funny. We're going to read the headline out loud. Sometimes it'll probably be self-explanatory, but we're going to talk about what we think the story's about, and then we're going to skim through and see how right we were. So, Neisha,
Sweet,
would you like
let's
to
do
go
it.
first?
No, you do yours.
Okay. All right.
No.
So here's the title of mine.
Jay, I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to get back to my old self where I'm interrupting
Okay.
and I'm interjecting, if
Let
you will.
me just read this whole topic after you do this interruption.
Okay, yeah, we in an earlier podcast,
Yes.
we thought Niche should have a catchphrase,
Yes.
and I
Oh,
can't-
geez.
oh geez.
Oh, jeez.
I
I did
think,
say that a lot.
and it's funny because when I heard that, when I was listening to that podcast, and you said that on the podcast, I was like, I don't think that should be your catchphrase.
No.
I think no should be your catchphrase.
That's a good idea.
Because she says
No.
You know what?
No.
That's
more than anything else.
I think that is
probably-
why people at work said I'm more unsponsored. Because I'm not this lively at work. I'm more like, no. You're like,
Yeah,
we
see?
did it. No.
That's perfect.
That's a good.
And
that's
you
a
just said it earlier when he asked you, do you want to read your news? You said,
I'm gonna have a caricature
No.
T-shirt drawn up of your face that's gonna say no.
No.
that's my vote for her catchphrase.
I think it's my favorite.
If you
word.
guys are listening to this and you hear somebody repeating something over and over,
No.
you think it should be their catchphrase, leave a comment,
us know.
send an email,
Hit us up on Facebook.
hit us
Please.
up on Facebook or whatever, and we will tally the votes or vote as it is.
so
One vote wins.
Come on, Mom. Get that vote in there.
So, Niche, are you okay with that being your catchphrase?
No.
Yes! Nailed it! Didn't see that coming. I didn't think she was going to say it, but
I didn't either. I
think-
was like, oh, if you mess this up, I just set you up. If you mess it up.
I feel like we could find a better one.
No.
No. That's
Jason?
the one. Okay,
Your
let's get
headline.
back to
Okay.
our new segment.
So, this is a headline that I thought Mike would appreciate when I came across it.
Oh,
so
boy.
I've saved it
Well,
for this one. I'm going to read the title. It's a long title. It's fairly self-explanatory. I'm not sure if we're going to need to read the entire article, but here it is. 2 women are in hospital with broken bones after a threesome went wrong, with one falling off a balcony as she reached climax and the other slipping as she ran to help in Germany.
In Germany.
That's the headline?
That's the headline.
That's so long.
I know. It's like these Germans, there's no suspense.
Just lay it all out
Didn't
right in the
make
headline.
any mention of the third party there.
It was with a man.
It said a threesome, but
Threesome,
women.
it says in this first
were injured.
paragraph, 2 women in Germany are in a hospital with broken bones after a threesome with a man went badly wrong. I feel like they translated that not very well. Badly wrong.
It's German.
The first woman,
Germans.
what do we think it's about? Does anybody have a clue?
I think it's a great night.
I
Maybe it didn't end well, but certainly, God bless the guy's not injured, so he made out pretty good.
The guy's probably like the most important bone
because
didn't break.
Good thing the guy didn't get injured
He
because
took
he
her to the
was
hospital getting high fives from the doctor.
Well, the thing too, he got her there, right? He said she climaxed, right?
Yeah.
So he did
Are you
his
sure that the
job.
other girl didn't get her to climax?
Yeah.
He did his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good question. So that happens. She gets there. She somehow falls off the balcony.
Yeah.
I guess they're on the balcony. Maybe
he's got
Right
her
on
up on
the-
the railing.
Maybe, and then the other.
I don't know what the other chick's doing.
I don't know what she does. She doing him,
I
We don't
don't
know.
know.
or is she?
If this is you, send us an
Please,
email.
what would you be in that situation?
If you've ever fallen off a balcony during a threesome.
So the other one got injured too, right?
Yes, it says the first woman suffered broken bones in her feet and legs after she toppled 10 feet from a balcony in Bad Briesig.
What?
That's the city.
Oh,
As she reached her climax.
what is that word?
Her naked friend screamed and ran down the stairs to help her, slipped, and broke bones in her arms and neck.
Oh, so
Oh
she-
my God!
She wasn't even getting banged when
No.
she slipped.
She went down
was just
afterwards.
trying to be
and she went,
nice.
oh my God!
And really, it's funny. Is it important to the story to say she was climaxing when she got injured?
Well,
I feel like
I bet the guy put that in.
Is it
How did she
important-
fall?
Well, yeah,
I got her
I
there,
get
and she
that.
couldn't handle it, and she fell off the balcony in ecstasy. She was happy until she hit the ground and broke her feet and legs.
So, what does that say about the guy, though? If the other chick ran down, the guy was just like, "Fuck it."
Here's the part here's where the story falls apart. Medics arrived at the apartment where the embarrassed man explained what had occurred. He would not be embarrassed.
He would not be embarrassed.
He'd be
no
like,
way.
dude, I was nailing it, and she was happy,
And she climaxed.
She climaxed as she fell. Or do this as Trump. Like, I'm the greatest orgasm giver. I get the greatest orgasms, and she fell.
You can ask anyone. Ask both of those girls. They
Yeah,
will tell
ask them
you.
both
Ask them
with the
both.
casts. My bone was amazing, and it's still here because I have the highest testosterone. I don't know if you can tell that we don't like our president.
Our commander in
He's a
chief.
fucking idiot.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but yeah.
I-
Police said the female victims of the sex game gone wrong were both
Victims.
naked.
victims.
Yeah.
Victims.
I like how
there's
they have
victims.
to specify that they're
A
both
newspaper
naked.
commented on the incident. They better try bondage next time.
My biggest question: where was the other chick during all this? What was she doing?
Oh, here we go. I think this might answer
all
it.
right. See, I like the German news. They really get
Yeah, they
into
really
it.
hit in detail. The man in the threesome told them during the lovemaking there was a positional quarrel with one of the ladies leaning against the balcony railing, which led to her plunge. Police added that it was an accident and no charges will be pressed. The names and the ages of the victims will not be released to spare their embarrassment, added police.
So if there was an
Spare
argument
their
over who was getting banged, right? There was
Yeah.
obviously an argument over who was taking it. Well, I'm sure the chick that didn't plunge 10 feet is probably like, well, I'm glad I lost that argument.
I'm glad I was sitting over here. And then she's like, oh my God, Helga.
And then she felt bad. She had to run after the chick.
She had to run down the stairs.
Naked. I don't know why the entire time that I'm picturing the story, I feel like there's snow.
I feel like there's snow, and I feel like the guy's
So
doing it with
good.
lederhosen. And he's like, he's wearing a pair of lederhosen.
Does he have like a Hitler mustache?
No.
Oh, God.
Fucking ladies like, Scheiße! All of a sudden they land next to each other. Oh, bad idea. All right, well, that was my news story for the night. I thought that was a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
I know you like threesome talk, so
Oh,
I thought I'd bring
absolutely.
that one in
We
here
can
for
never
you.
have enough threesome talk. Especially nowadays, since it's pretty much passed us by.
Yeah.
We would like to, and please, we'd like to hear from our listeners and any of their threesome
Yeah,
experiences.
have you ever fallen down some stairs or over a balcony?
Have you ever climaxed?
I've jumped off plenty of balconies.
Have you?
Yeah. That's what we did for fun when we were
All right, Neisha,
little.
did you have an odd headline?
So my headline is Kitten quote, needs a butthole, end quote. And
Damn.
it's pretty ridiculous. So,
Now, was this cat born minus an anus?
Or they just like to sniff other cats' butts?
You can tell this
like
is a legit
Jones
story because it was on Huffington Post.
Oh.
And where did the story originate? Florida?
Hold on. Hold on, I have to get back to the article quick. Hold on. Tiny kitten, quote, needs a butthole, end quote. And the cat rescue group is trying to help. So...
Needs a butthole.
Needs a butthole.
Not an anus, a butthole.
A butthole, that's very...
I'm guessing it wasn't born with a butthole. Or maybe the butthole was grown over or grown in, and it needs to be like
Makes sense,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
like maybe
I guess it's a pointless question. But
lanced? Can you lance a butthole to open it up, or does it even have a butthole area?
I guess it depends on
like, does the intestinal tract just reach
yeah.
nothing?
Yeah. So, it was a 10-day-old kitten named Cluck. Solid name. Cluck. I like that name for a kitten.
Cluck, yeah, that's cool.
Needs surgery and fast.
He's really backing up.
I like this first sentence. In many ways, Cluck is like any other 10-day-old kitten.
Minus the anus.
It's a butthole.
She's sweet, adorable, and is learning to crawl around.
It does. I like every other kitten. With buttholes.
With butthole.
But
Can
the
you
one
still
way
get worms? I don't think so.
Well, that's the
That would
one.
suck.
But the one way she is different has life-threatening effects. She was born without a butthole.
Oh my god.
That is life-threatening.
Did it say where that story's from?
L.A. Here it is.
Oh,
They're
yes,
in
of course
LA.
it's LA.
She was rescued from the streets. She suffers from a condition called... I'm going to butcher this. Imperforate anus.
Imperforate anus.
Imperforate.
You've never heard of that?
Imperforate anus.
A gay man's worst nightmare.
Oh.
Her urine and feces come out.
Or
Any man's worst nightmare. I like having a butthole.
I do too. But I'm just saying.
How would you? It's the first line. How would you pronounce that? Imperforate.
Imperforate. It's imperforated.
Imperforate.
Yeah,
anus.
without the D.
Yeah. So.
Did our anuses start off perforated and someone just kind of, like you open a perforated sack or
punch-
something?
Somebody
like
reached
punch
it
it
up in utero and that guy needs a butthole.
No, yeah,
So does that have to happen to every human? Just like the doctor goes.
I think it's God that does
open?
it. I think God creates it. He comes down.
You're right.
Oh, good.
Or a stork. I don't know how it works.
I think I'd rather have God do it.
I think we've had this discussion on our previous podcast.
About God
Not
creating
buttholes,
Oh.
but, All right, so that's the story.
That's why
The
Jesus
urine
let
and
himself be
feces come out of the
crucified.
same hole. They come out of the same
Oh.
hole, is what it is. She needs an operation very soon, or she will die. So, and this was written. Hold on, let me see.
Do they bang that way?
This was written on the 27th of October, so not long ago, less than a week ago.
Well, they're 10 weeks old. I don't think they have the...
No, but eventually.
Well,
But I guess they would make it eventually.
They would make
if
it
they don't
eventually.
have
because she's imperforated.
This quote is what really gets you. Right now, she's nursing off her mom, so her poop is very liquidy.
So it's just coming out.
So it's fine. It
urethra.
passes fine.
What, does it pass like a wall
When
or
she
something?
gets on
It's-
harder food, it'll be impossible for poop to pass through. So they don't actually. I mean, it's going through the pee part.
Urethra.
The urethra. I don't know. I would have
man.
failed biology. Had to take that again.
Pee hole for the technical.
The pee hole. See, this quote right here is why when I read this originally, I was like, this cannot be a real article. But there's nothing on here that says it's
not like from The Onion.
Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah. It says this is the quote. She's gaining weight and seems healthy other than not having the butthole. Like what professional would say that?
That's what I'm saying. Like the
In an
butthole.
interview. The butthole.
Like, you
But
would
I
think that
mean,
if it was real, they would say anus.
yeah, like some more
Butthole.
medically appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and they've raised $465.
I think it's going to cost a lot more to put a butthole in.
They're hoping to raise 4,000.
I'm still
Anything
wondering.
raised beyond 4,000 will be used to help other cats in the facility, even those that have buttholes. That's
Great.
So they're not discriminating against
Yeah.
those with
still-
buttholes.
No.
I'm still wondering, are they transplanting a butthole or are they just opening it up?
It's not clear on that.
Do they need a scalpel to just open that bitch up?
I don't know. I don't know if the
Or
inner
do they
tract
need a
work is
whole
there or
butthole?
what.
And then where do they get a butthole?
Butthole transplant.
I don't know.
Is there a cat cadaver they can take a butthole from?
Probably.
The cat.
And can you use maybe a chihuahua or a puppy cadaver?
Kind of like how we can use like pig stuff for humans.
Putting a great name butthole on a 10-week kitten.
Aww.
That's disgusting.
Poor little kid.
Cat.
Poor little
He's
kitten
shitting
named
constantly.
Cluck.
I can't stop. It's just coming all out. Damn it, Cluck. Squeeze.
I would have a cat again if its name was Cluck.
I'm going to buy you a cat. Name it Cluck.
No, please don't. I don't want a cat.
There's your catchphrase again. No. I think Mike's onto something. All right. Well, those are our 2 news stories of the day.
All right, we're now gonna get on our topic.
So we have a new way of choosing a topic.
New way.
And that is
We have a plethora of topics in a bowl, and we are just gonna reach in.
On a steak.
We're gonna let Neisha reach in and grab one.
Ooh.
She will then read the topic. Therefore, we have done no prep on this, so you are getting just raw emotions, answers.
She's just prepping for the topic grab.
She's ready for the reach.
I'm popping a lot, guys. I'm getting old.
Okay, I'm mixing it up.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Sounds like a mix to
I'm
me.
eating
You will
M&Ms.
be choosing a topic.
This is very exciting. Oh, there's 2 topics. Oh,
there we go.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 things would you bring?
Oh.
This is pretty cliche, but I think it needs to be talked about.
Sunscreen.
Lube.
What would you need lube for?
Lube.
Again, I repeat
A saltwater
the question.
purifier.
That's a really good one.
Oh, come on. See, that's... No. That is a good one, though.
That is a good one.
Yeah. And Salma Hayek.
And lube.
And I don't need the third one. I just need a water purifier and then Salma Hayek.
Well, if you have
Good to
Salma
go.
Hayek, you might need lube eventually.
Wait, how dare you? I'm just like the German man. Without the balcony.
Just like these German men.
Yeah, she might have a little Ed Norton still in her. It might still work.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I've always likened you to Ed Burns.
Really?
Not Ed Norton, Ed Burns. Who's a great actor.
He's a good actor. They're both good actors.
Yeah.
Neisha?
I like how y'all both turned to look to me right then. I don't know. I haven't thought about this in a very, very long time.
I was going to say fresh water, but you kind of trumped me on that because you have unlimited fresh water with
I think
your
the purifier
contraption.
is pretty important.
Is that a real thing?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on a previous podcast. I'm not a survivor. I have no doubt that I would die quickly in any sort of apocalypse. So I think if I was stranded on a desert island,
See, like,
I may-
shit, an apocalypse. It's just like the Titanic. Boom.
just like the Titanic. Just give me a gun
I just
with
need a
one
gun with
bullet.
one bullet on an island. That's all I need.
But with my luck, that one bullet would just go right through the right track,
Or
and
it
it
just
wouldn't
like
kill me.
fizzle.
It's like
Then you have to beat yourself to death with the
It was
gun.
a dud bullet. I would like to think I could use like a machete. Machete. And some, I mean, that's taking up my items. Hold on, I need to think about this. So I say machete and rope.
One of my items
build
is
yourself
lube. One of my items is lube.
But what would you use that for, Mike?
I mean, you gotta, what if you needed, your lips were getting chapped? How about that? Chapped lips.
Sunscreen.
I guess I don't know what it's like to be a dude. Okay.
You never had chapped lips?
You wouldn't just
put
take an endless supply of chapstick.
I never squirted KY on my lips.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Get rid of the
saying.
chapping.
That's what I'm asking.
What if you brought like Vaseline? That's good for your lips.
There you go, Vaseline. I
Vaseline.
can
Okay,
understand
Vaseline.
Vaseline a little more.
It's
Let's go with
multi.
Vaseline.
Let's just call Vaseline multi-purpose.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'll just say
It
Vaseline.
serves
Okay.
many purposes.
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
I'm still trying to think of my list. I don't know.
Okay.
This is a dead topic. Hold on. Wait, what were your 3, Jason?
Saltwater purifier.
Yeah.
Salma Hayek.
That's it.
And then lube.
No, that was him.
He said no.
I said if I had Salma Hayek, I wouldn't need anything else.
But he's given up his third option, so you now have 4 things you could bring.
Do you know how all those stupid people say, I would like my favorite album or my favorite book?
No,
I'm like,
that's
fuck
bullshit.
that.
Dark Side of the Moon. You have a record player? No.
Yeah, power.
My phone.
Electricity. If I was stuck at a desert island, I would like an airplane.
One like wok-sized pan.
Oh. To cook.
To cook.
That's a good idea. A wok.
A wok.
A water purifier. And some ice.
That's all I And Emma
like
Watson.
And Emma, who?
Emma Watson.
Oh, Emma Watson. Yeah.
And a balcony.
And a balcony. I need Emma Watson, Salma Hayek, and a balcony.
You can build a balcony.
And some lederhosen. Mike?
Well, you know my number 1, lube.
Yes.
Which I changed to Vaseline since it's a little more multi-purpose
Versatile.
there. Yeah, versatile.
Yes.
The fresh water is a must. You got to have the fresh water. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking like some bottled water, but if you're gonna have, if there's some contraption that turns salt water into fresh water, I gotta have
bottles litter the ocean.
I gotta have that thing.
Yes, because that's what you'd be worried about. I
Yeah.
don't want to litter.
Yeah.
And then I think you need
You're living off the grid. You
need
stay
some
off
type
the
of
grid,
weapon, like
sir.
a knife. You got to have a knife.
Machete.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
type of
To open the
sharp
coconuts.
object. Yeah, you got to have it. Yeah, that's the 3 things.
You can find
make
sharp
one with a
rock,
rock.
probably. People like beat the shit out of
Did you
rocks.
see Castaway?
Yes.
Did he have a knife? Did he have a
Nope.
large
No,
knife?
something.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was Tom Hanks. We're no Tom Hanks.
We are no Tom.
We are no
I would
Tom
die.
Hanks.
I would give myself a week. I always talk about that, the zombie apocalypse. Right now, Kelsey, she thinks about it all the time. She's not a survivor either. And that's probably where I got into this mindset. I'm like, I think about it more. I'm like, yeah, I probably would not survive. I don't work out. I can't run long distances. Like, I don't have survival abilities. I can barely build a campfire when I go camp. I love camping. Somebody else needs to get that fire going for me.
That's a good point, too. You would have to have a fire.
I need to start getting.
know.
I think I could build one if I really tried. I guess I've never really tried to build my own fire. So,
Let's try it one night.
right in Jason's backyard,
Yeah,
sure.
Just to burn down my house.
just right here on the
Right
driveway,
there, right in the back, right on the porch, right by the door.
the door, right by his Vader and what's the BB-8
Oh, by the pumpkins.
pumpkins.
Yes.
They could be our audience.
That's dead Vader. He's bloated up from being dead. All the gases are building up inside him.
So that was post Jedi.
Post Jedi, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So lube,
Yeah. Lube, fresh water, and a knife.
and a knife.
but like if you're not specific on knife, I feel like you're going to be gifted a little pear knife. You got to be specific. What size do you want?
Rambo knife.
I feel like
Yeah, I guess say a good Rambo knife that you need to sheathe.
First Blood Part 2 knife.
It didn't have to have a compass on the end, or have to unscrew with all the everything
I'm
in
still
it.
facing southeast. Nothing's changed.
Now, if you can open it up and it's got matches and everything inside, that's fine.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But basically, some type of big
waterproof
Rambo
strike
knife.
anywhere.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, you have to.
yeah.
Well,
Maybe I would get rid of Emma Watson for those. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think you would.
I don't think
I'll
so.
trade you. I'll
'Cause
trade you the knife for
my
Emma
chances. No. Because my chances of long-term survival are very slim, so I might as well.
What if
have
she
fun
wants
all
to be
around.
traded?
Yeah, she wouldn't.
I'm just saying.
Have you seen this
Maybe
face?
look
Mike?
at-
Well, I know that,
face.
but yeah, I do know that. See, it's up to her. It's not up to us.
That's true. That's very true. Last I checked, she's not gay, so may very well.
Look
So it's
again.
on. So
again.
you're getting a new Rambo knife.
Mike is getting Emma Watson.
I'm getting
now.
Emma Watson and lube.
Wow, you're all set then.
This
buddy.
is almost like a
You
vacation.
got fresh
for
water,
me.
Emma Watson lube.
Yeah,
man.
like a vacation.
You're good to go.
I ain't stranded on anything.
Just save the lube for when she goes through menopause. We don't need this for like 10, 15 years, honey.
It's just there.
Just there,
It's
waiting.
just there waiting.
When she's like 50.
Oh, man. I can't imagine.
In hot flashes,
Can
I
you
got the
imagine her
lube.
50? No.
Emma Watson?
Yeah.
She's still going to be hot.
Think
She
so?
will be.
Oh, yeah.
She'll be like...
Oh, yeah. She will be.
Who's the other Emma? There's another Emma.
Emma Stone.
Not Emma Stone.
I just watched La La Land over the past 3 days.
Did you like it?
Apparently it takes me a long time to watch movies now. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it.
We watched the first 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and I said I'm out. Like the car part.
Yeah, because you're not a musical guy, though, are you? See, I like
there's
musicals.
a couple. I liked Moulin Rouge. I thought that was a really good musical because it was very stylish and in your face. And
What about Chicago?
no,
I like Chicago.
I thought it was
I have not
good.
seen any of those movies.
I do like Catherine Zeta-Jones. Though.
Yeah, Chicago's good.
I think the last musical I watched was Annie. It was a little while ago.
The one with the
new one
remake
or
with
the-
No,
Megan
not the
Fox?
remake. Not the remake.
Oh, okay.
Like
Old
right when it
school,
came
man.
out, or you just watched it last week and it just so happened to be
No,
for
no,
the
like
time?
when it
In
came
the
out.
80s?
Like yeah.
Oh,
It's the last musical I watched.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like musicals.
I
Don't-
can't
I mean,
recall
I
another
don't-
musical I've watched.
I
I know
can't say
of
I'm a
them, but
huge
I've not
fan.
watched them.
Because I know there are a ton that I haven't watched, but like I've seen the Newsies and I've seen Chicago and
You saw Chicago?
end
No,
of my
haven't seen
list.
it. Really?
Moulin Rouge.
Annie. What? I just told you Annie.
I
was
don't
the
know.
last.
Well, I mean, most of those Disney movies are musicals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of musicals. Yeah, Song
Yeah.
of the South.
Lion King,
They're all musicals. They all have musical numbers.
Kuna Matata, Jungle Book.
Hakuna Matata.
Jungle Book. Bitch.
Now, it's not a musical
That's
though.
not a
Those just
song.
have
That's not a
musical
song.
numbers in it.
Jungle
They're not
Book.
musicals.
Jungle Book, bitch. They would not sing that in kids.
Well, I mean, every word in Moulin Rouge isn't sung. I don't think every word in La La Land is sung.
No, they have.
They just have musical numbers. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch a movie where the whole thing is sung.
No, that would be a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like going to see Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I have seen.
No,
I've only
no,
seen
no.
2. What are those operas, plays, whatever the hell they call those? Broadway.
I
productions?
loved
Yeah.
Wicked.
I saw
Along
Wicked
with that.
first, and
I-
I liked Wicked.
Loved Wicked.
Then I
will
saw-
listen to that soundtrack over and over and over.
Then
and
we went
over.
and saw Phantom of
Sorry.
the Opera, and I thought that sucked.
I'm
The
not-
the sets are nice, but the fact that it's so operatic.
I'm not
I
big
didn't
on
like
the
it.
opera.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I haven't seen for liking musicals so much. I haven't seen like Les Mis and some of those really popular ones like that.
I tried to watch the one with Liam Neeson and Anne Hathaway and fucking Russell Crowe.
Is that
There was the one that came out, like the live action one that came out like a couple of years ago, and
Les Mis?
yeah, Les Miserables.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And Russell Crowe is such a terrible singer. I like as soon as he started singing, I said, I'm out. Oh, Hugh Jackman. No, he's got Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman, not.
I think that's funny.
Liam
I can just imagine Jason sitting on the couch with their phone. He's like hesitant to watch this damn thing in the beginning,
That's
and then
exactly
all of a
how
sudden
it
he gets to
was.
this point. He's like, "I'm
Nope.
out." Every single time he's just
Russell
like,
Crowe
"I'm
cannot
out.
sing.
I'm done." He
Yeah,
gets up
terrible.
and walks away. I'm out.
I'm out. Yep. All right, good talk on that.
Next
Might as well
topic.
Bust another one out.
Yeah.
Next topic, Niche.
Let's roll.
Here we go.
Oh, you want to draw
Yeah,
again?
you draw again.
Go ahead.
Draw another topic, Neisha.
Thanks. I will do that.
All right.
Greatest regret. What's your greatest regret?
I kind of feel like you asked me kind of
I asked
something
you,
like this
what-
earlier.
what would you-
In an earlier episode, you asked me kind of a regret.
What's one thing you would change in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I get to turn this on you guys.
What was yours?
Mine was not buying
Oh, yeah.
Whole Food stock when it was initially offered, when it was still a small, place in Austin, and I didn't jump on it. I should have.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've probably mentioned mine I can't remember if I mentioned it in a previous podcast or if it's I've just talked about it a few times. Mine is probably I would change where I went to school, college, and what I went to school for. That I think it got me nowhere, and it was a huge waste of money. I should have gone for something more practical. I feel like a lot of people can say that, but mine was overall pretty pointless and worthless. And I enjoyed the schooling overall,
Right.
but I wish I would have gone a different route for sure. I think my life would be completely different now had I done that. So that's mine.
Were you able to have made a change like that in the past?
You mean after I'd gone to the school? Could I have gone back to school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that, and I quickly realized I'm not a great student. So if I would have I make good grades, I go to class, do all that. I just hate the process. I don't like having to write papers. I despise having to write papers. I don't like being told to study for multiple tests, saying that you have to show up to class and that's part of your grade. When I'm paying you to teach me, like, fuck off, telling me that I have to go to this class that I'm paying for. No. So I just hate the 4-year university education.
It's going to be our rant later, too.
I hate it. I can rant right now about
just move this rate. We'll just edit this to the end.
Had I gone that route right out of high school, like I did with that school, with my school that I went to was a technical school, so a little bit different, but it was right out of high school, and I was still very much in this is the route you go in. This is what you do. So if I would have done that with a 4-year, which is what I should have done, an actual university for a legit degree that could have done something for me, then my life would have been way different. But after going to that technical school, getting a degree, trying to go that route, and then trying to go back to school like 6, 7, 8 years later, didn't work out. I was like, no, not for me. F school. I'll try to learn things on my own. So that's probably my biggest regret.
Yeah. I mean, I have two, but one of them I think is probably more apropos. Like, my biggest regret is similar to yours. Like, not which college I went to, but I regret not taking, excuse me, I regret not taking school more seriously. Like, when I was in high school, I was just kind of like fucked around, and then I got to college, and I just kind of fucked around for a couple of years, and it, part of it was I would be in school fucking around, and then it would be like this rebellious thing where you'd get fucking called into fucking meetings with your teachers, and they're like, you're so damn smart, you could do this stuff easily, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you, I don't want to do this. But looking back, like, I wish I had taken it more seriously and like gotten good grades and better grades in high school, and then in college, like, actually gone through the full 4 years at a decent college, and so that's probably my biggest regret.
Yeah. It's crazy how much college can affect your life. Or how much we assume it can affect our lives. It may or may not. Who knows?
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel. You're talking about education and trying to better yourselves through school. I guess if my Whole Foods thing wouldn't have worked, it wouldn't have mattered if I went to fucking school or not.
It's true.
That's
I would have had more money than I know what to do with. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's real tough.
Real tough. Yeah.
We're
all things considered, I feel like I ended up okay. I think
we all did okay.
Money, married with 4 dogs. But I'm good.
Good location for the podcast.
Good location. Good, nice office for the podcast.
We have our podcast after dark. We'll discuss this other stuff later.
Yeah. That's a grievance that I don't want to bring up.
Next topic. There you go. We're going to do one more.
We'll do one more.
Okay.
It's a lot of words.
It's not. It's 4.
Oh, well, it's a lot of paper.
Who is your celebrity lookalike?
Oh. Huh.
I don't know.
I know yours.
I mentioned yours earlier. I think Ed Burns.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look up who this guy is.
I'd even go like maybe across between Ed Burns and maybe, let's see, who am I thinking of? Who was in Paul, what's his name? He was in Ant-Man.
Oh, Paul Rudd. Yeah, you have said
Paul
that.
Rudd and Ed Burns.
I could see Paul Rudd a little bit.
With the talent,
this guy?
Ed Burns. Yeah, I'd say. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's him. I'd say well, here's what I'm going to get at. I mean, more of the style of Paul Rudd, but the talent of Ed Burns. Will you give me that? You give me that?
I'll take it.
That'd be great. I think anybody would like that compliment.
He's a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
Edward
well, I mean,
Burns.
look.
This EdwardBurns.net.
.net. Oh,
He's a .net guy.
I have always said that I thought Tina Fey was your lookalike.
Oh,
I always
yeah, I can
thought
see
you looked
that.
like Tina Fey. You kind of got
Really?
with the glasses and
Just the glasses.
No, I mean I think
and
you
we're
kind
both
of
white.
look like her. Well, I'm pretty sure Paul Rudd was the other guy.
Ed Burns.
Ed Burns is white. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard Tina Fey.
can you say that?
You've never heard that? I
There
think you
was
look-
Tina Fey. I can see that.
yeah. If you had long straight hair instead of curly hair, I think you would.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think she's.
I don't know where y'all get it from, but I'll take it.
Trying to think what else. I mean, that's a pretty good one right there.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't figure out who yours would be, Mike.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, her hair's a little long
just
there, but
close
yeah,
your smile. But she's not
Just
smiling.
stop
She's just
smiling.
grinning. She's just grinning. In this picture.
You can't make me keep a straight face when I'm like on cue. I'm not an actor.
Well, we'll teach you.
maybe a Tina Fey / Sarah Silverman. A little Sarah Silverman
see Sarah
attitude
Silverman
with
more.
Tina Fey looks.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, I'm mashing you
Jason's
up
like,
with various people. I'm trying to, like I said, Paul Rudd with Ed Burns. You're Sarah Silverman, Tina Fey.
Huh.
A little bit of both. To
Jason doesn't
our
look like he agrees with that.
our listeners,
I guess-
a good range of.
I don't think you look like
about.
Sarah Silverman.
Well, I think Sarah Silverman
You
like
got some
with Tina
of her-
Fey.
I was told on multiple occasions, and I don't agree with this. I guess I could have seen it back then, but not now. That I have the personality of Tig Notaro.
Oh
Tig
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I used to be less enthusiastic, I guess. more mellow.
And then Mike's would be. What do you think? Louis C.K.
If you're familiar with his show, we're gonna bang after this. That's actually a pretty good show.
Who does Mike look like? I don't know.
You know what? I think it's changed a lot over the years as I've aged.
Yeah.
Just aged, and you just obviously there's more gray according to Tina Fey over there.
Again,
more
I'll
gray
take
than it
it.
used to be, but
It's a compliment.
Yes.
I was
We
told
should get you one of those face.
I was
celebrity
told
face.
at one time, God, I can't remember his name, but the guy from Twin Peaks.
Kyle MacLachlan?
Yeah, I think I've been told that.
I think I look like this guy.
I'm telling you, I think you have the talent. I just said more of Paul Rudd.
I think you look more like him than I do.
But the talent of Ed Burns.
Actually, no. I would say, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll
that's
take-
true.
I'll
Mike
take Ed
does look
Burns.
more.
you look like
now,
Ed Burns.
Okay, I'll take Ed Burns.
side by side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listeners, please comment. What do you think about Ed Burns? And Paul Rudd?
Does he still act? I haven't seen.
I don't
anything in a
know.
while.
I don't know. Confidence. Watch the movie. Confidence.
Confidence?
Good movie.
Never seen.
Good
I saw the
movie.
Brothers
You-
McMullen.
I know you've seen it.
Have I?
You've seen Confidence. You have to have
Who's
seen
in that?
Confidence.
Mike, do you have any comments on the current world state of affairs?
Well, I you know what? Yes, congratulations, Houston Astros.
Yes.
Congratulations. Just this past week, they won their first World Series. And I need to catch up on sleep, by the way, because of all those late games.
Yes, the Astros won the World Series. They're not the Red Sox, but I rooted for them. Which is funny because I was walking through an HEB and me and Katie were doing our Sunday shopping, morning shopping, and I had my Red Sox hat on, and a guy was walking through that had a Red Sox shirt on, and he was like, "Oh," he pointed at my hat, and he's like, "Yeah, it sucks that Astros knocked us out." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was shaking his head, and I said, I'm kind of rooting for him though, just because of everything that happened with the hurricane and everything. He's like, "Fuck that."
You do realize the Sox swept the Astros last time they were in the World Series to win their to break their drought, right?
Yeah.
So
I think I'll have a piece of candy. Yeah, reach it into the candy bowl.
So I had added a topic to the bowl.
Yes.
I'm going to bring it up real quick because it really only pertains to this particular week. We just talked about the Astros.
Right.
And this week was also Halloween.
Right.
And as well as my birthday.
Indeed.
Was the week of, the
Crazy week.
Halloween, the week of, World Series. and you're up late at night watching the game. You got trick or treating one night. You got work. You got things going on. Well, my question was, is this what it's like to be an alcoholic for me? Because I'm going to go back into so Saturday night. It was a Saturday night, my birthday. I drank, right? Sunday night, we start carving some pumpkins, getting ready for Halloween. I drank. Monday night, carve some more pumpkins, do some grilling. I drank. Tuesday night, we're walking around the neighborhood trick or treating. I'm drinking.
You were drinking while you were walking around trick or treating?
Yes, I had the cooler underneath. Then Wednesday, I took a little break. Thursday, we had a happy hour at work. I drank. We podcast on a Friday night. I drink. Is that what an alcoholic's like? Do they just drink all the time?
Well, I think yours is limited to the evening. I think a lot of alcoholics.
Is that a daily, like all day? Have you done that in a while? Have you drank that many times in a row?
I hardly ever drink.
I mean, I hardly drink either, but I will say this. After drinking that many nights in a row, I did go to the gym Wednesday night, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I'm like, how can people drink and actually function? Because I tried to just go do something active, and it was horrible. So, I don't know. Maybe this is what an alcoholic's like.
No, I've had weeks, don't even ask me to tell you what I did during those weeks, because I seriously drank 3+ drinks every single night for a week straight, and I was like, holy shit, how am I still alive right now?
I just hadn't done that.
Your blood at that point is straight alcohol. I would wake up, I would drink until 9 p.m. and again, I wake up very early. So if I don't stop drinking before 9, I don't have time to sleep off even that little bit of alcohol. So I wake up with a fucking hangover. And I would go to work at 4 a.m. and I would feel like shit, and then I would get through work and I would go take a little nap, and then I would drink again, and then it was this never ending, and it got worse and worse and worse because I still had no time to get this alcohol out of me. So I've been there multiple times over the past 6 months.
I haven't,
but I'm also a lot younger than you, so
not bad.
I rarely drink. I don't.
Except when we do this.
Pretty much the only time I drink now is if we're doing a podcast. I think other than that, the only time I've drank in a while was after work at the tire shop. 2 or 3 of the guys would be like, hey, we're going to go over and get a drink at BJ's or something. And I'll go over there and I'll have a beer. I think I still have that mindset that we had when we were young, where I don't drink that often, but when I drink, I drink to get fucked up.
Now, I will say I've been better about that, because that was our mindset back in the day. If we were going to drink, we were going to fucking drink.
Yeah.
Now I can have maybe 3 or 4, and I'm okay, this is fine,
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I still like those times we have planned where we plan on drinking a lot.
Right.
But as far as just here and there, I've been better about being able to do that. Not that we were alcoholics in our past, but still. In the past, we would have just kept drinking.
It reminds me, though. Remember when you had to go to the doctor that one time?
Yes.
Tell that story. This was so funny.
This chick, I go to the doctor. I'm just getting a normal check. I don't know what I'm getting done. Something, and they give you this little questionnaire about how often do you smoke? Check whatever. Do you drink? If you do drink, socially, how many drinks do you have a week? Whatever, and you put down a range, and I think it actually gave you a range, maybe 1 to 3 a week or 1 to 3 a day, something like that. And I had put down socially maybe 2 to 4, whatever it was, a week, And the chick actually asked me, "Do you think you're an alcoholic?" No, I don't think I'm an alcoholic. That's once a week. Yeah. I just brought up the topic right now. Am I an alcoholic? Because I've done it every day. If I do it 1 day a week, and I don't care if I get trashed 1 day a week. I'm not an alcoholic, because Jay and I have known alcoholics.
Oh yeah.
So that is not being trashed 1 day a week. I think the world would be at a better place if everybody got trashed 1 day a week. But doing that once a week does not make you an alcoholic. And that's why I brought up the topic tonight. I've been doing it multiple nights a week. I haven't been getting trashed, but I've been drinking, 3, 4, 5 a night. Is that kind of like what it's like to be an alcoholic? Because I haven't ever done that before. I usually just pick a night, I'll drink a little bit, and then we'll go from there. But
welcome to my life, Mike. See, I went to the doctor recently, and it was a similar, but it wasn't.
Fucking alcoholic.
It wasn't on the paperwork. But when we were sitting in the room and they were going over all the questions, she was like, "How often would you say you drink?" And I was just like, and just like socially, I was like, socially, yeah, we'll go with that. Because and it's mainly because of my girlfriend right now. She likes to have a glass of wine at night. She likes to have 2 glasses of wine at night.
That's pretty normal.
But it's like every night. But I don't necessarily drink every night, but when I do drink, it's typically 2, 3, and especially on the weekends, I could start drinking at 11 with fucking mimosas and go all the way until I go to bed. Like, I know for a woman, I think they say if you have more than 6 drinks a week, it's considered excessive. Really? And and men, I think, is 8 or a little bit more, something like that. I don't know what the numbers are. But I do that in like 3 days. Well, maybe I'm
on a short week.
And maybe she didn't ask me if I was alcoholic. I think she may have asked me if I had a drinking problem. Something like that.
And thought you should talk to somebody.
No, I don't have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
And you don't have a drinking problem.
No.
Borderline, but
I rarely get drunk these days. Like I right now I'm drinking water while I'm doing this.
And to be honest, our show numbers have shown that. You don't drink enough.
We don't drink.
So please download the show.
I don't drink enough.
So we can afford to buy more alcohol. Oh man.
Yeah. No, I wonder that every once in a while. I'm like, holy shit, I've had a lot to drink this week. Maybe I'm an alcoholic, but it's a social thing as well. As long as you can function during the day, make sure
you could be out drinking before you know it. You've drank 4 or 5 beers without really even knowing it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you've done anything excessive. You've been there 3-4 hours and you've had a number of drinks.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. And then once you break the seal, that all comes right out.
Yeah, you're past
it's no longer in your system.
We're eating some
candy and some waffle stuff.
It's all good. You're all good.
Yeah. So, yeah. Good talk.
Anybody have any rants?
I remember my rant.
What's your rant?
Oh boy, this is a good rant.
So my rant, I touched on it today. We went to... Neisha and I went to a restaurant called the Texican Cafe today, and we had a really good waiter. He was very attentive. He kept walking by, refilling our drinks, refilling our chips, asking if we needed anything. 2 weeks before that, I went to Texican Cafe with my wife, and we had really good service. Great waitress, like she was helpful, refill, blah, blah. But last week, we went to Texican Cafe, and it had like the worst waiter. Like, he was like, we would sit there with empty drinks, like he wrote down my order, and he's like, kind of like just talking while he's doing it, and I'm like, can you get double rice instead of rice and beans? And he brings it back, and it's rice and beans, and he walked away, and we don't see him for like 5 minutes. And I don't really care. It's not like a big deal, but I'm like, if you took the time to write it down, get it right. So he comes back. And he's like, how's everything going? Oh, and I'll bring you guys some drinks the next time I come around or whatever. And he looks down and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, well, I ordered double rice. And he was like, oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, do you still want the rice? Because I had been eating. He's like, well, do you still want the rice? And I was like, well, I ordered it. And he was like, well, okay, I guess I'll go grab it. And I was like, and... my wife knows how I get. I cannot stand bad service. That's your only job in that restaurant, or any like in a retail job, is to just provide good service. I understand.
Yeah,
like people have bad days, but the guy just clearly didn't give 2 shits, and it drives me up the fucking wall.
You're not asking
I
for
work
anything
in that. I don't work at a restaurant, but I work in a customer service environment, so I go out of my way to kind of go above and beyond for people. And I just expect it, and it drives me fucking nuts, man. Like, that's all your job is. It's just make sure people get what they need so that they can give you money as a tip. And Katie was like, at the end of the thing, she's like, give me the check. I was like, no. She's like, give me the check so I can fill out the tip. I was like, no. Are you going to use your card? She's like, no, you already paid. I was like, yeah, and I'm going to leave the fucking tip. She's like, no. And she like snatched it and gave him like she only gave him 15% instead of 20. I only gave him 15. I was like, should have gave him 5, goddammit. Fucking guys sucked.
Fucking guys sucked.
Oh, it was so bad. I just hate bad service. It drives me crazy.
Oh, good thing you never went to the photo lab when I was working there.
Excuse me. Mike?
Yeah, I don't like bad service either.
That drives me crazy.
At all.
Pet peeve.
No, I have no rant tonight.
No rant.
Today. No rant. No rant that I can think of. I'm actually in a good space right now.
The therapy's helping.
Yeah, it's helping. I've also had a number of drinks, so
we should start recording our rant at the beginning of the podcast before he's drunk. He's all riled up.
First things first, rant.
No,
I got a rant.
I feel like we've had a lot of rants over the episodes, and we're going to eventually run out of rants.
I doubt that.
We're pretty grumpy bastards.
There's a lot to bitch about.
Yeah.
I mean, I ranted about the what did we rant about the food in the last episode?
I don't know.
Yeah, but no GMOs or
gluten-free.
Yeah, I ranted about
Yeah,
the glutens. Yeah, that's bullshit. And all
Everyone
that
needs
stuff.
something to complain about. That's how you stay healthy.
Yeah.
You raise that blood pressure up a little bit. Make sure your heart stays beating.
I mean, I guess I could bitch about we live in Austin. The show is from Austin, and a lot of people move here. Mm-hmm. I think we've ranted about this on a previous podcast, but you can't rant about it enough. People, please stop moving to Austin. Just stop.
Yeah.
Okay, visit all you want. We got ACL, we got South by, a lot of good events here. But when you're done, leave. Okay, just leave.
I hope to God we don't get that Amazon building.
I don't want Amazon either. I don't want Amazon. I don't want any of that. Okay.
We're probably going to get a soccer team.
I heard that we're going to get a soccer team.
Just stop it. Okay, just please. And I was born here, so this is not cool. This is not cool. All right.
I feel like I was grandfathered. I've been here since like '93.
Eventually, I'm going to go broke paying property taxes. Okay, so stop.
I've been here in March. I'll be here for 10 years. I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, it pisses me off. And one thing, since it pisses me off so much, I'm like, people that have been here longer, I don't even know how you're okay with everything. Because it drives me crazy. And I've only been here for 10 years.
I mean, because, the changes I've seen, and then, for really anybody who's even just been here 10 years, like you said, has seen a lot of changes. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
It was completely different when I first moved here. It was completely different. And I liked it back then.
Yeah.
This town used to be amazing.
Just outrageous.
Like, this used to be the coolest. You remember that old, probably before each time, but we were this quirky town. There was this old MTV show called Austin Stories.
Oh, that was a great
remember that show?
Yes.
It was kind of like a
hippie
Seinfeld. It was like about nothing.
It was a very hippie Seinfeld. It was kind of like Sunny in Philadelphia before Sunny in Philadelphia.
Like a combination of that and Seinfeld.
Like, yes.
These like just low down deadbeats that just don't do anything.
That's funny you mentioned that. That was a great show.
That was an awesome show.
No, I've never heard of that. What's it called again?
Austin
I think
Stories.
you only did it for one
Austin
season.
Stories.
Yeah,
but
I think
that's a great show.
That was how Austin used to be.
Yeah.
Back when it was Keep Austin Weird used to mean actually something.
Yeah. Still had a lot of the old feel to it and stuff you could do, and
I think the new one is Keep Austin Ungentrified.
I'm going to try to find that show. I'm curious about it.
It was MTV.
It was on MTV back in like 93 or 95 or somewhere in there.
It all went to shit since then.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, Neisha, do you have anything else?
I had a rant and I forgot what it was.
Damn it. Was it about toll roads?
All we had to do is...
You're going to hear about toll roads every rant.
Actually, let me rant to you about the toll roads.
Let me tell you about these toll roads that you've never heard about before. The toll road over on 360.
No, actually, there's speaking of roads, one thing that I've been running into lately is I drive to work and I leave the house. I should be leaving the house at like 3:40. I don't leave until about 3:50. And lately, the first bigger road that I get on, Riverside, there's like 3 cars on that road that early. But for some reason, this entire last week, I've been getting stuck at a light. The first light on Riverside, that the light is coming out of a shopping center parking lot. And there's nobody there. There's a huge ass Walgreens there. Like that's, I'm like, I keep getting stuck at this fucking light. There's Walgreens and restaurants. Nobody's at Walgreens.
Not even a street.
And restaurants at 4:00 in the goddamn morning. And that light is red every single time I pull up to it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? First of all, I leave the house late, so I'm already late, and then I get stuck at this light that nobody is at.
They should have that bitch flashing.
That should be flashing.
Time of day.
It should. And for a while, I thought they finally got the light synced, because for a while it was 2 lights down. That light was always, but that's actually a road intersection, but that light was always red. I'm like, there's never anybody at this fucking light either. It's 4:00 in the morning. I'm on the main road. These are tiny roads crossing it. This should always be green. Or it's flashing yellow, and then the crossroads should be flashing red. Yeah. Something. But the fact that the one light coming out of a tiny quote-unquote shopping center with restaurants that aren't open and a Walgreens.
Yeah.
The fact that I've been hitting that as red every single fucking morning this week is driving me insane. It's pissing me off. Luckily, I have to get through 3 lights, and then I get on 35, and then I pretty much don't have to deal with lights the rest of the way to work. And then once I hit that light, the next light, as soon as it turns green, I start going, and then the next light turns yellow. Fucking shit. Are you serious right now?
This is Riverside?
What? On Riverside, yeah. It pisses me off so much. There's no reason.
You got a lot of anger in traffic in streets.
I know. You're lucky I have a car that has air conditioning right now.
Oh my God.
You would have hit me 6 months ago, 8 months ago,
remember,
when I drove a car that did not have air conditioning. Yeah. You don't even let me drive.
Now, I'm hearing your rant there. Remember on an earlier show we mentioned would you rather
take away? There's no air conditioning. It's hot out.
Somebody else
Somebody's
needs to
die today.
I was so mad. I would drive.
She killed a cow.
Point A to point B. It took me 10 minutes to get there. I would have to take a change of clothes. I was just soaking wet. I was so angry.
Damn.
All the time. It was torture. Sorry, that's the end of my rant.
No, remember on an earlier episode, the Would You Rather episode, we had the option of not having to wait in line or not having any traffic.
Yeah.
Or any stoplights, right?
Yeah.
And I think you and I both chose the not waiting in line option. So you'd still be stuck in traffic.
It's easier when there are actually cars on the road and a light turns red.
When it means something, right?
When there's a reason for it. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind, because, again, I have a car with air conditioning now. It's lovely. It's still old as shit. It's
not
a 98.
Prius. It's not a Prius.
It's not a Prius. It's a horrible gas mileage. But it's got air conditioning. I have tinted windows. I can listen. I have a CD player that works. That's how old it is. I still carry my CDs with me. I don't have that Bluetooth.
Does it have a connection where you can connect your phone to it?
No. It's a 98.
Would you be okay with a Mulan soundtrack CD?
Absolutely. Every single time. This is a true story. I've been going to Dallas a lot lately. Every single time there and back, we typically put it on the Disney station. And we'll just listen to 90s Disney music soundtracks all the way to Dallas and all the way back. That, or I'll put it on the Blues Traveler station and we just listen to 90s all rock.
Because in the next couple of months we'll have a Christmas show. And I'm going to call it Christmas. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Holiday.
Jesus' Day.
We're going to call it Christmas show. I'm going to call it Christmas show.
I'll call it the end of the nightmare because I hate the Christmas season.
and I think on this Christmas show, I will come bearing gifts.
Huh.
I'm going to come bearing gifts. Santa's sack will be full for that episode. And it will be spewing forth gifts. It will be spewing forth all over y'all. Just gifts everywhere.
Another random thing. Time. Mike was deliriously tired one time. I don't know if you remember this. It's such a throwaway thing. It was this weird memory. It just taken me. Like, he was so tired. He started. He's like, Santa's sack. It was like some kind of fucking like the Aviator, Leonardo DiCaprio. Show me the blueprint. He just for 10 minutes. Santa's sack, and just started laughing. Santa sack. It's like 10 minutes of Santa sack. And I was like,
It's
finally,
funny.
we were at work.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny.
I was like, what the? Shut up, man. What the hell you keep saying Santa sack for? He's like, it's just funny. Santa sack. I had to leave. I literally had to go to another part of the
And obviously, it is funny.
Santa sack.
Well, for you guys, Santa sack will be swole. Okay? It will be swole and ready to go.
Santa sack.
There will be a gift exchange on the Santa sack show.
Oh,
I'm not a big gift.
That
giver
you know,
on
I'm not asking for anything in return.
You said there was going to be an exchange.
I did
Made
say
me
that,
nervous.
didn't I?
hand star. Yeah.
Well, how about y'all just exchange
One
with
way-
how about a
way.
hug?
I'll give you a hug.
Can you give me a hug?
I enjoy hugs. If anybody wants a hug,
I'm
come
want
see
a
me.
little more from Jay, but we'll figure that out. But you know,
It's got to be one of us, Jay. Might as well
I
be you.
will. Yeah, Santa sack will be
I
full
work
of
with Kevin
goodness
Spacey.
for you too. Yeah, so stay tuned for a Christmas show coming in
to a theater
In a while.
a few episodes.
In a world.
In a world.
Santa's
Probably,
sack is filled with gifts for Neisha.
probably this
Sack
world.
is swole.
Oh, and on that.
On that note.
It's a smooth swole.
Smooth, nicely shorn sack.
Kind of have to nowadays, right? I mean,
Well, not at our age.
well,
Well,
you know.
or in our predicament. Being married. We want
That's what they call a predicament. We don't have a guest on this show, so you can say that.
When she hears this, I'll just need a place to stay for a couple days. Predicament! I'm gonna cut you. All right. Well, anybody else got anything else?
I don't think so.
I think we.
I don't
came
think
to a
so.
good-
That's it. I'm going to try and start filling up Santa's sack.
All right.
All right, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. Thanks for
Hit
listening.
us up on the social medias.
Yes,
Please comment.
What are they?
We got to have comments.
We have an Instagram, we have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, we have a Gmail. Email.
Topic
God
at
off to-
gmail.com.
Everything is God Off Topic except for Twitter, God Off Topic 1.
Right.
Please comment. We love to read comments. Give us some suggestions.
Leave us a review. Help us out a little bit.
All right.
All right.
Ciao, bella.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Hopefully we didn't offend.
But we probably did. Follow us on Facebook.
And Instagram.
This was
God Off Topic.
Hey,
Hey-ho.
Joe.
Oops.